Hello everyone. Welcome to my Bold and the Beautiful news channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for September 29 uncovers that Icelandic performer Jökull Juliusson, otherwise known as JJ, teamed up with Brooks Roomline on another video. There was a great deal of buzz about JJ prior to his appearance, and Steffi Forrester cautioned Trust Logan to regard her marriage since John Finn Finnegan planned to join in. Finn seriously loved JJ. What's more, the band that he drove called Kaleo, so Trust conversed with him about that once he showed up in front of the presentation. Steffi was in the middle of getting ready for JJ's appearance somewhere else by then. At that point, however, she required a moment to caution Taylor Hayes away from the salon. Since the emphasis would be on Brooke Logan with Edge Forrester supporting her, Steffi didn't think Taylor needed to see any of that. Steffi ultimately gave JJ a warm greeting and assisted him with making a few presentations. Bridget Forrester likewise made an appearance to help this coordinated effort and thought about JJ, a companion since they'd become friends when she was in Iceland for a board. While Finn met JJ, furthermore, spatted over his music, Steffi discovered Trust seeing her significant other and was disturbed about it. Since Steffi accepted Trust was fantasizing about kissing Finn once more, she advised Desire to leave the salon through and through. Their trust took off. Finn addressed Steffi and acknowledged she constrained Trust out. Carter Walton ended up following Desire to the plant office, where he tested her about her disagreement with Steffi and proposed a wild suggestion to help expect the future bounce back. Carter proposed Trust could gain by the outcome of Brooks' room. She found that he believed her should demonstrate underwear before the camera. Trust prodded Carter about how he'd been pondering her displaying unmentionables, so he grinned and expressed liable as charged. Carter contemplated whether that was excessively, however, Trust appeared to be fascinated as they shared a coquettish second. When JJ performed Way Down, We Go, everybody praised and commended the fruitful coordinated effort. JJ had a show that he needed to get to, so Bridget strolled him out. Next on Friday's B&B episode, Finn communicated worry over Steffi's strain with Trust prior. Steffi could have done without the manner in which Trust took a gander at Finn. However, he guaranteed Steffi that it didn't make any difference since he exclusively desired his significant other. After Taylor watched the live stream in the president's office, she made a beeline for the salon and looked around at shade at Brooke and Edge. It seemed like it actually tormented Taylor to observe Edge and Brooks playing alongside their makeout meeting. Taylor grasped her chest as B&B fans heard her heart pulsating. When Brooke left, Taylor attempted to inhale and tore the shade down as she tumbled to the floor. After Edge saw that Taylor had fallen, he ran over to inquire as to whether she could hear him, and assuming that she was all right. Taylor was oblivious following her clinical emergency, so Edge was most certainly concerned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Edge will get refreshes on Taylor's troublesome information in the approaching episodes, so we'll welcome you more forecasts on what he'll do straight away. It's somewhat insane to me that no one got on the way that Taylor's perishing. On the off chance that somebody I realized began meandering around discussing how each second is valuable and looking miserable while wearing only beige outfits, I'd quickly sign in. However, at that point, one of my record-breaking most loved early evening cleanser minutes was the one wearing Bunches Landings. Karen understood, while shopping with Laura, understood that her dearest companion was passing on from an inoperable cerebrum cancer. The giveaway that Laura was purchasing birthday presents for her infant kid's 5th birthday celebration. Right up to the present day, I sobbed mulling over everything. My point in raising that specific situation is that there was a period on cleansers when passings were both long-lasting and destroying. I'm a colossal Taylor fan and have been since the person originally was presented. Yet the last thing I need is one more storyline in which somebody goes through weeks keeping their evidently lethal disease from everybody just to be phenomenally restored without a second to spare, particularly given that we recently played that story with Eric. Truth be told, which I forever am, I've never been a major devotee of stories where an individual is passing on and they won't tell their friends and family. I realize it should be honorable, whatnot, yet I think that it is amazingly narrow-minded. I need to accept that Taylor falling toward the week's end will imply that her mystery is going to be uncovered. Doubtlessly she can't make this look like, what, a day's spell. So I surmise Biddle and Poppy are finished. Luna was delivered off to jail without even a goodbye scene, and Poppy went to live with her sister, passing on the way to Bill's house completely open for Katie to simply waltz through. Furthermore, truly absolutely no part of this ought to shock us, considering that Intense and Lovely has an upsetting best-case scenario history with regards to minorities. Consider it. In spite of occurring in the design business, there's not a solitary gay person on the material. The show scored significant focuses with the narrative of Rick's transsexual genuine affection, Maya, yet even she was at last rearranged off to parts obscure. What's more, in spite of the fact that Carter's been on the scene for north of 10 years and even had a front-burner story or two, his relationship with Katie occurred almost completely off-screen, including their separation. Right now, Naomi Matsuda's Lee is getting some decent broadcast appointment. However, it's as an optional person in Taylor's story. What's more, something lets me know that Finn will assume a far greater part in his mother by marriage's destiny than will Lee. Asterisk, as we anticipate the appearance of Electra Forrester, maybe she'll be pushed into a triangle with RJ. What's more, Will, I initially accepted she could fundamentally supplant Luna in the Zen/woman/RJ triangle, yet its inclination increasingly more as though Zenda will be the oddball, which, considering what we were simply referring to above, seems okay. In the meantime, I like that Will isn't really gung-ho to see his mother allow Bill a billionth opportunity to demonstrate he's changed. I endured a lot of years being a major Beatty fan, yet there are just so often I'm willing to watch a show return to a similar well without presenting some new component. Fast, somebody pass Katie a duplicate of Savvy Lady's silly decisions. Asterisk, I don't know how I feel about Taylor and Brooke giving Fellowship another go, despite the fact that I expect this as a preface to the story I've been pitching since Taylor returned. Brooke figuring out that Taylor is passing on and basically giving Edge over with a royal flair. This leads me back to where we began the current week's letter, which is that, alas, I need Taylor to kick the bucket. This could significantly affect the characters and the material, rather than just one more story in which Edge winds up wedded to Taylor, who supernaturally lies, however attracted to Brooke. Asterisk, Friday's episode fixated on a melodic visitor who played out a 10-year-old tune as a feature of a Brooke's Room video shoot, which I guess seems okay given that the other tune being utilized to prop the line is a remix of Danny Romalotti's Rock On, which is significantly more established. The enormous contrast is that Danny is a person in the drawn-out Strong and Lovely universe, while Jaco Juliuson, frontman for Coolio, is essentially somebody a maker of the show ran into at a show and apparently said, "Hello, you ought to come play out." That is an extremely striking and wonderful thing, with irregular celebs like Tom Arnold or Janison Belushi springing up. Carter Trust B&B. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.